Greetings, fellow songwriters and seekers, and welcome back to Muse Measure. If you haven't done so yet, please take a moment, hit that little guy on the lotus pedal down there, and subscribe to our channel. All right, Rodney in Lake Oswego, Oregon. That's my home turf right there. He asks, when you improvise melodically, lyrically, or harmonically, do you decide what's just a moment and what's actually a song trying to emerge? And do you trust your instincts in real time or only in hindsight? Thanks for that question, Rodney. I tend to do all three at once. And I think when we're improvising, if we're doing it with the guitar and or with our voice and singing, and we're coming up with ideas on the spot, you're working with melody, you're working with your lyrics, and you're working with the harmony, which is the chords. So as far as deciding what's just a moment or what's just a song, well, I don't do it in the moment, and that's, I think, one of the biggest obstacles to improvisation is that you often have this editor going on in your mind, or a critic or a producer that's saying, this is good, this sucks, that was good, but tweak it a little bit that way. And oftentimes I'll catch myself in improv sessions say, oh, I'm songwriting, which means that I'm out of the flow of just letting ideas pour out, and I'm like editing in my mind and like redoing things. Sometimes I'll sing a line and then I'll re-sing it right afterwards because I can make it a little bit better. And I guess there's no real harm in that, but the whole point of writing from improv is to get in the flow, get out of the way of the creative impulse and the flow of the stream of consciousness. And when I decide whether there was a good moment here, or this is a full-fledged song that needs to be developed and tweaked and edited, is much later. And I suggest for you, if you are doing what I do, which is, sitting down for 10, 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, and just improvising, that you don't listen to it for a while. Give it a couple days at least, but you can wait a couple weeks too and listen back. And that way you're listening with fresh ears, and you don't remember what the intention was. So you have no expectations, and you can actually listen to it in a much more objective way and just find the things that are good. Now, sometimes there is just a moment where, I really like that little riff that I played there, or that chord progression was really cool, but everything else is not usable. But a lot of times there'll be a whole section that's like, oh, this should be developed into a whole song. And I'll take that little section, and then I'll take that to my songwriting session and work on it from there. It's very rare that I take an improv and then go back and re-improv of it. It's only if I'm really, really stuck with lyrics or the melody that I'll take the beginning of a song and then improv on it. But I think that's also in our toolkit, that we could do that. We could actually take something that we're struggling with and just start improvising on it. It's hard to do because once you have the idea in your head about what the song's supposed to sound like, or just an idea, it's like it becomes a concept in your mind, then it's going to be really hard to get back into the flow of things because you're going to mainly be doing songwriting as opposed to improvising. So, I'll just start playing. And there's little techniques to get into the stream of consciousness. There's, I think it was Wordsworth that used to say his name over and over and over again until it was nonsense. The syllables sounded like total nonsense to him. Alice Notley has this technique where she closes her eyes and imagines herself walking backwards down a flight of stairs, and she does 100 steps, and then she starts writing. There's meditation you can do. You can just do a half an hour meditation or 5 minutes of meditation before you do an improv session. That helps. And someone just commented the other day on the Luminate app that they use that. I actually got the goggles. I paid to be a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter campaign, and so I got the Luminate goggles, and they're really cool. But the guy commented that he does that for 15 minutes, and then he can go into the improv state, and the flow just happens. That it kind of resets his brain, gets him out of like the normal discursive thought that goes inside your mind, and you can just start improvising. And you stop editing. You're not being critical. You're not thinking about the day-to-day to-do list that you have. You just have like this open mind. So just as a way of like demonstrating a little bit, why don't I just do like a couple seconds of improv, a couple moments. So I guess what you have to do before you start improvising is you have to pick a chord. But you can just put your hand wherever you want on the guitar too and just see what happens. So I'll just like, this guitar's out of tune. Bear with me 1 second, I'll tune it. Because we have these go-to moments, or we have these go-to methods that when we pick up the guitar, it becomes a habit. Like, do you automatically play an A minor chord or an E chord? Do you have certain keys that you're naturally drawn to? And I think as guitarists, we're often drawn to open chords, especially on an acoustic guitar. So doing something that is out of the ordinary. So, I'll just like put my hands down. Okay, well, let's start with a D minor up here. Now, it's going to be very hard for me not to be self-conscious for lots of reasons. It's already automatically hard to not be self-conscious when you're improvising. But I'm also doing this on camera, so it's especially so. But let's just see what happens. And it could just be a flurry of thoughts that come into your head, associations. For a second there, I just saw snow. So I'll just do that. The snowflakes fall all around your head. Since you're not blinking, you must be dead. I can't swallow, I can't feel my arms, but I am warmed by your eternal charms. Oh, take me away, take me into the white. Don't wait for nightfall, let me dissolve into the light of the white that consumes my eyes like our wedding night and a future bride. Blinding bright, blinding night. Is it a dream that I see? Okay, so that's interesting. But I don't really know what I have yet. I had some moments felt good. And some moments felt like I was in the flow and really letting things take charge. I can tell you that in the moments of flow there, the visuals were overtaking me and I was just describing what my imagination was coming up. Other times when I felt like I was songwriting or the editor was popping up was when I was like focusing on the rhyme. And what I like to do when I'm really in the flow, I've noticed this about it, is that I start a line and I don't know where it's going to go. I know that I want to rhyme maybe at the end, but sometimes it doesn't rhyme and that's okay. But actually like not trying to, in those gaps, not trying to figure out what you're going to say next. And that open space is just like a moment of new meditation. It's like wiping the slate clean and forgetting what you've done so far and just letting it happen. So that's the real trick, and that's why improv is so difficult at times for us. But it's definitely something that's worth practicing and doing on a regular basis, because I can tell you that it's taken me to new musical avenues that I never thought I'd go down. And it's given me a lot of songs that I'm really happy with. Now, it's very rare that I'm done with a song after an improv session. It always needs some kind of work and polishing. But sometimes it's been pretty darn close. So it's very cool when that happens. It's a nice little gift from the muses that you became this conduit for something that your normal mind was not capable of. So as far as picking those gems out, maybe you could also give it to somebody else and have them listen to it if they have the time and the patience and they love you enough to do that for you, and let you know what actually resonated with them and what they thought was good. But trust your own instincts too, and just listen back and go, oh, I really like this. Maybe it's just a little part that you played, or there's a lyric that's good, that the music sucked, but the lyric was good. So this is a great fountain for coming up with musical ideas and different things you can work on in your songwriting sessions. So Rodney, I hope that helps, and thank you for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your improv and your songwriting and all your other pursuits. All right, take care.